Okay, hi, welcome. This is going to be a panel with some different career pitches. So we're going to start off with Mara.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Okay, so I would like to start off by having you imagine a world where every individual, regardless of their background or circumstance, has the ability to express themselves confidently, communicate effectively, and also connect with others on a deeper level. Okay, you're imagining that, right? Cool. Okay. So now pretend you are the person able to make this happen. As you consider your career choices, I highly suggest for you to consider a path that not only promises personal fulfillment, but also holds the power to profoundly impact the lives of countless individuals, the path of a speech language pathologist or an SLP. So let's begin by addressing the scarcity of SLPs. As the need for SLP services continues to rise, there's simply not enough qualified individuals to meet this demand. By becoming an SLP, you position yourself as a valuable asset in a field where your expertise will be highly sought after. This means you'll likely have more job opportunities and receive higher payment for your services. SLPs are not just clinicians, they are also advocates for communication equity. They work hard to assess, diagnose, and treat a wide range of communication disorders, from stuttering, like what I just did, and articulation issues to language delays and swallowing disorders. By making individualized treatment plans and using evidence based interventions, they empower their clients to overcome challenges and achieve their communication goals. There is one main concern about this profession, which is burnout and work-life balance. Like any healthcare profession, SLP work can be demanding, especially in certain settings like schools or hospitals where caseloads may be very high. However, there are also opportunities for flexibility with options for part-time work, telepractice, and positions with more manageable caseloads. While there may be valid concerns about SLP work, it's important to weigh these concerns against the many benefits and opportunities that this profession offers. With a growing demand for services, competitive salaries, and the opportunity to make a meaningful difference in the lives of others, becoming an SLP remains a rewarding and fulfilling career choice, which is why I suggest pursuing this career path. Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Um, well, very similarly to Mara, we're also going to be imagining a world. um, I just want to ask if you guys have ever felt alone in your struggles, just any struggle, whether minor or big, if there's ever been a moment where you felt alone. Yeah, me too. It's a very common feeling. So imagine a world where this didn't need to be the case. A world where every tear shed is met with compassion and every silent struggle is illuminated with understanding. Every heartache is soothed with empathy. Picture a society where mental health is not stigmatized but embraced, and where each person's emotional well being is nurtured with care. This vision might seem out of reach, but it's actually very much possible if more people pursued a degree in therapy. Beyond the goal of obtaining knowledge, a career in therapy is an investment in humanity itself. There are numerous benefits to a career in therapy. Firstly, while financial rewards shouldn't be the sole motivator, let's acknowledge the practical aspect. The demand for qualified therapists is steadily rising, with diverse opportunities in private practices, hospitals, schools, and communities. Studies also show that mental health professionals earn competitive salaries with the potential for growth and advancement. However, the value of making a difference in someone's life far outweighs any monetary gain, of course. The greatest reward of pursuing a degree in therapy lies in the fulfillment derived from knowing that you've made a difference in someone's life. There's a sense of purpose that comes from guiding individuals through their darkest moments, empowering them to navigate life's challenges with resilience and grace. The bonds forged in the therapy room transcend professional relationships because they're built on trust, vulnerability, and respect. As a therapist, you would have the privilege of witnessing the spirit which makes us human and igniting hope where there was once despair. If you don't take my word for it, that's okay. There are countless celebrities who have advocated for the importance of therapy, such as Justin Bieber, Brad Pitt, Lady Gaga, and even Michelle Obama, former First Lady. Um, in an interview with singer and former One Direction member Harry Styles, he says that for a really long time, he didn't try therapy because he wanted to be the guy who could say he didn't need it. He thought that needing therapy meant that you were broken. However, Harry has since started seeing a therapist and he said it changed his life. Through therapy, he has learned that accepting living, being happy, hurting in the extremes is actually the most alive you can be. Imagine if there wasn't a stigma that needing help made you weak, but instead it was believed that needing help is exactly what makes us human. You could be the difference for someone just like Harry Styles. It's true that the journey of becoming a therapist is not without obstacles, from years of rigorous academic requirements to the emotional toll of engaging with clients' trauma. There's going to be moments of difficulty. However, it's precisely through these challenges that we grow and evolve as individuals and professionals. With proper training, supervision, and self-care practices, we can navigate the complexities of the profession. To conclude, I urge you to consider the impact that you can make by pursuing a degree in therapy. Beyond the tangible benefits of financial stability and personal fulfillment, it's an opportunity to be a beacon of light in the world too often consumed with darkness. Together, let us embark on this journey of healing and transformation, knowing that each step we take brings us closer to a more compassionate and resilient society. If you ever have felt alone in your struggles, just imagine the power of one person telling you that you are not alone. Have you ever thought that you could be that person for someone else? Thank you. That was very good.
I really like the last statement. It was really, really deep.
Guys, think about it. Harry Styles says so you have to.
Okay, so what's a job that AI won't take over? This seems to be a question that's going about through people our age and people in college who are wondering what their career is going to be. So there's always going to be a need for therapists and counselors, and AI won't be able to take them over unless somehow they create an AI that perfectly resembles human behavior that can endure emotions and reasoning, which hasn't been created yet, so we're good. Also, there are chances to work remotely as a therapist, so you can work from just about anywhere in the world. This is great for me because I love to travel. So you can schedule in clients at your own time and your own pace if you want. And also, you can have the stability of working in an office if that's your speed too. For education, learning to be a therapist and getting training doesn't have to be extremely challenging. For example, if you're interested in getting a doctorate, you can get your PsyD, and that way you won't have to write a dissertation. So that takes an extra year off of a PhD program. And besides these logistical reasons, there's humanitarian as well. Like Morgan addressed, like there's a chance to make a difference in people's lives. You have the opportunity to make a positive impact on individuals, couples, families, communities, and you'll have the privilege of being there with them step by step as they better themselves. And it might also help you better yourself too. Also, you can deepen your understanding of human behavior. Psychology, you can use it for just about anything. So a little example from my life, like my boyfriend used to bring only one water bottle and then I'd drink it all. And then he'd be like, "Why did you drink all my water?" He was annoyed by that. And then soon enough, he started bringing 2 water bottles. So a little bit of negative reinforcement there. So learning psychology is great for more aspects than just therapy. So you can use it in all of your life. There's diverse career opportunities. You can work with children, like I said, adolescents, adults, couples, veterans, people in the LGBTQ. There's a niche for everyone in the field. And you can pretty much work in any setting, private practice, hospitals, clinics, schools, online. So there's flexibility with being a therapist. And overall, a career in counseling and therapy is flexible. There are many different job types and different ways to practice, from psychotherapy to EMDR. You can choose whichever you like, and the pay is also good. So there will always be a need for therapists, especially with the growing mental health movement. So you will always be needed. Thank you.
Great job.
That was really well done.
I like the AI initiative.
Okay, so has anyone ever had a significant injury in their life where you had to go to the hospital, you maybe wore a cast, you had to deal with that pain for a while, but then they were able to cure it, they were able to see the problem, you got the x-ray done. Think about if you had to experience that pain, but in a level where it was not seen, in a level where instead of being able to see the issue and pinpoint the problem, you were just not cured because you didn't know what was wrong with you, or you weren't able to communicate that. Well, there is a career for that. There is a career to fix that, and psychiatry is the one. You can help individuals who suffer with something that is not well seen and it's not well known, and instead of having to help them with their quantity of living, you can help them with their quality of living, where instead of living broken, you are lived fixed and you can actually live your life, whether instead of worrying about living in general, which if you think about it, quality is really important. So if you're up for the challenge and you decide to become one, psychiatry is a great job because there are not many out there, and it pays really well, and the job success rate is very high if you've completed all your schooling because so many are needed. There are many benefits to being a psychiatrist. Some benefits include excellent work-life balance compared to other medical professions. Psychiatrists actually have great work-life balance because they see a few patients a day, and then they can spend a lot of time with their family and outside afterwards. They also have the flexibility of dealing with several different disorders. I think a huge concern with psychiatry is having to deal with bipolar and schizophrenia, which can be very draining, but you can also switch over to eating disorders and depression and things that are less of a struggle, and that's a huge benefit that not other medical professions or other professions really have. You can also get paid very well because there's not many and you are very needed. The pay is very high in psychiatry, and that's something you wouldn't have to worry about for too long. And you also have a huge fulfillment as a psychiatrist, getting to help people and know that even if the first treatment didn't work, you can try another one and continue to help them until they do feel better and they can live without feeling broken and being broken as they would feel like. Some concerns with psychiatry is how long school takes, which is very valid. However, I think since that can't be taken away, that's a part of being a psychiatrist and being the one that gets to receive all those benefits. It's school. However, if you think about the journey in school, you make so many friends that they become like your second family at the end of it because of the challenge you all are going through. And you get serious one-on-one mentorship with professors along the way as it gets harder and you get into more niche classes. And I think that if you are concerned about that, you should be less concerned and more looking towards the positive of it. So I convince you all to pursue psychiatry. It's a great field and we need you.
Thank you. Good job.
Great job. Yeah.
I liked how you started with the analogy to an actual physical injury.
All right, so I'm gonna start. Today I want to share why I believe school psychology is an incredible path for everyone to take. Um, it is a intersection of psychology and education, and I think that's very helpful. Um, as a school psychologist, you get to be a crucial part of a student's life. You're not just there to teach, but you're there to understand, support, and uplift another child, whether it's helping a student overcome a challenge, providing a safe space for them, or just filling up a classroom in order to express their emotions, working with teachers to just create an inclusive environment can make a very helpful impact beyond their academics. You can also provide a nurturing, just character in their life, whether it be academically, socially, and emotionally. I know there are a lot of misconceptions about the assessments as a school psychologist, but they are important and they are like kind of a getaway personalized to a student's journey. So I would see this as like when you get your pants tailored, you know, if they're too long or they're too short, well, obviously not too short, but if they're too long for you, you get to kind of similar, you get to like guide them through every step. Um, what else can I add? Sorry. Um, it's not only about the students, but you're also collaborating with another adult. It could be like an administrator, an educator. You're also collaborating with the school district, and you're just there to provide provide support for every student. It's not only about the student itself, but creating like a team effort and being collaborative in order for the student to thrive. So if you're someone who just believes in the power of education and the power of mental health and like to see others succeed, then I think school psychology is the perfect career choice for you. Um, and yeah, you can make a difference in every student's life. So yeah.
All right. And that will conclude our panel. Thank you very much for listening.